Hi everyone, it's Cassie. I just wanted to take a minute to, first of all, thank you all for all of your hard work and willingness to help our ECE program for Francis Worldwide. So I wanted to talk to you about field experiences. So most of you are using the field experience request form, which is super helpful for me because I do like all of those requests to go through me. Um, I think it makes the most sense that we are reaching out as a university to different school districts. Some require contracting, um, and it's just better coming from us rather than the students. So, one thing to keep in mind: students that are just getting their associate's degree, if they're working at a child care center, we do allow them to complete their hours within their place of employment. Kind of the same goes for students that are getting a Bachelor of Arts because they're not going for their certification. Now, I know this is tricky for you because you may or may not know who is a BA student, who's a BS student, who's an AS student. So those are some of the things that you can ask Sherry, Link, or myself. So I know that's all confusing, but we do keep track of everything, and we're talking about possibly sharing this document with you on a view-only basis because you can see at the bottom, you can see our tabs, and we're keeping track of students that are cleared with their clearances and also their different field placements are also recorded on here. So as we meet these students, as they're coming in, as we hear from them, we're trying to add as much information to this document as we can. So Sherry and I and some of our work study students are helping us manage this document. So back to field, I wanted to show you a little bit about Google Drive. I think most of you are probably familiar or use it in your jobs already. But I'm going to share with you, if I haven't already, our adult degree, which is now called Francis Worldwide, our shared folder. So this is it right here. I can see some of you are already on there. I will add the rest of you here shortly, so you'll be able to find it in your shared with me folder, and I can talk to you more about that later. But there's some testing information. This is more for me and our student teaching information. The lesson plan template that we require, clearance information, and then also field experience. Now, you can find the field experience handbook that has been shared with you here. There's also the stages that are listed in the handbook. So stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. These are the forms that we have our students send to their mentors to complete for an evaluation. And then this is the famous purple log that does not appear to be purple. This is what needs to be completed by the students, signed off on, whoever their cooperating teacher, their mentor teacher, their host teacher, whatever you want to call them, signs off on. And then technically, we should be printing and putting our initials on here as the SFU person in charge of them. So the instructor would put their initials here. They need one of these for each education course. I would say they need to be separate. Some students type up their own, which we're going to try to get away from, so we are all using the same forms. So you can find all of those forms here. Now you're going to see some folders that I just added today to help us collect this paperwork. And Sherry started a filing system on the Francis Worldwide Drive, and that's been super great because each student has their own electronic folder, and we're going to be adding all of their field work to it because we do have to keep this on file for the state. So let's go to spring 19. I put one of my courses in here, and trust me, I'm really behind on this, so I'm going to show you an example of how to do one today. Here is my 215 course, so I just made a folder called EBUC 215 field. And then here are the field documents that I collected, and you can see how different all of them look. That's okay, as long as we have something on file for each of them. So here's Kelly Bates. There's her form and her evaluation, which is upside down, but that's okay. If we need to print it, it's there. So how did I get all these and put them in here? Let's do that. Switching over to Canvas. Here's my Canvas course I taught this summer, the methods of teaching 2, social studies and fine arts. So look at how I set my course up too. Taking Teresa's course was super helpful at that. I always make a field experience module so that it's easy for them to find and then easy for me to find as well. Here's my assignment for field experience logs and mentor evaluation. If you go to SpeedGrader, you can definitely see the logs there and all the paperwork that you need. What I found to be easiest in this case is going to download submissions. So everyone that turned in this assignment, I should be able to download. It'll compress it into a zip file for you. Okay. Downloading. Show you how to unzip it and how to put it in another folder. Okay, so I'm going to go to my File Explorer, find my downloads, go to my submissions, and I am going to say extract. I'll highlight it. Where do I want it to go? I want it to go to my desktop. That's because that's where I have the 432 file. So if I lower all these, oh, there they are, messed up my desktop. I'm going to take them, copy them, and drop them into my EDUC 432 field folder. Click on that. There they all are. And then I'm going to go back to my Google Drive. So I am in the field experience within the shared folder. That was summer 19. So I'm going to go to summer 19. And there's nothing in there yet. So I am going to go to my desktop. And I am just going to drag this whole folder over. Now it's uploading those documents. Down here it tells you less than a minute left. Upload complete. When I click in there, there they all are. Okay. Now, once they're in the folder, in this Google Drive, you're done. Then it'll be up to me or somebody else in the Francis Worldwide office to take those and put them to our student files. Does that make sense? I guess it would be also helpful if we thought about the names of these files. So there's a whole bunch of documents here. It's easy for me to see who these belong to because it has their names. So when you ask them to upload the documents, maybe include their name in that. If not, you can rename things easily. So this is Julie Lanes. If I want to rename it, I just right click, go down to rename, and EDUC 432 Lane if I wanted to. But one way to rename a document. Um, these are easy. This would be easy for us to file because they have their names. Um, if we want to include the course number, that's good too, just in case we're going back to look at those later. But I think it's sufficient enough if they have a last name. So I think that's basically it. If you do have any questions at all in regards to field, how we're going to collect these documents, what your responsibilities are, or if you just have some questions about Google Drive, please reach out. I'm a Google junkie. I like to think that I'm good at it. There are some tricky things though when it does come to Google. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will share that shared folder with all of you. Thanks so much, and upload them as you get them. All right, take care.